Hello my friends, welcome to Pro on Strings. I'm Henriette and today I'll show you my warm-up exercise. So get your violin ready and we'll do it together. I'm going to start with some bow hand exercises and I would like you to check over your bow hold, check that your thumb is bent underneath, check that your little finger is curved and it's on the side edge of your violin. Your middle two fingers are fairly far over the violin. And then I want you just to make sure that your wrist is nice and supple. Okay, make it supple that way, sideways as well. And now I want you to check over that you can balance your bow between your little finger and your index finger. That way you've covered most of the bow hand exercises that you can do. Okay, let's get your violin now and let's put the bow on the strings in the middle on the D string. And to change from one string to another, most of the time we use our elbow, and the elbow decides the string levels that we're on. So let's now warm up your elbow and feel again where each of the strings is. So your elbow is higher when you play on the G string and lower when you play on the E string. But make sure you leave your shoulder down while you do that. So you don't want to go like that and then up and down with your shoulder, that's not right. Leave your shoulder down and just seesaw your elbow, and that will then move your bow across the strings. A good other exercise that you can do is to play a short up bow at the heel of the bow and a down bow at the point of the bow. You can do this with me. And now I'm going on the A string, up bow at the heel of the bow, down bow at the point, up bow at the heel, down bow at the point. Now I'm going on the D string, up bow at the heel, down bow at the point. And you will notice the difference in bow hand shape. So my fingers are all bent here when I'm playing that up bow, and my fingers are really straight when I'm playing at the point of the bow. Up bow at the heel, down bow at the point. And now we're going to the G string, down bow at the heel, up bow at the point. Down bow at the up bow at the heel, down bow at the point. Up bow at the heel, down bow at the point. When I'm at the point on the G string, my bow hand is moving fairly far forward, so you want to make sure that you stretch your arm forward. I'll come to that in a minute and we'll warm it up even more. Up bow at the heel, down bow at the point. So you feel the different extremes of your bow. Okay, now we're going to go on the G string and we're going to play long bows, and we're going to really work on pushing your bow arm forwards when you play down bow. So I'll show you this from the side. Stretch your bow arm forward. Be careful that your bow arm is not to your side, in which case your bow will go at an angle. You're pushing it forward. And then when you go back, make sure that you curve your pinky so that you push, as it were, the point of the bow forwards as well. So a straight bow isn't actually a straight bow, it is a curved bow. It goes in a crescent shape away from the body. So the down bow and push it up again. Now let's go on the D string, do the same thing. Really work on those bow fingers so that they bend and stretch, if you can manage that. And then we go on to the A string. And E. and that warms up the bow very nicely. Now this time we are going to do a scale, and it may be that you play a different scale if you learned one that is different from mine. So we're joined by people from all over the world, so pick which scale suits you best. You might pause this video or turn it to silent. What I'm going to do, and whoever feels like that's for them, join me in a 2-octave G major scale, and whatever scale you're learning, play it very slowly, long bows, and twice each note. So my G scale is going to look like this. Join me if this G scale is what you're learning as well. I'll pause there just a minute, because when you're practicing this, and we're going to go down the scale in a moment, when you're practicing this, see if you can incorporate all those bow exercises that we've done a minute ago, like flexible fingers, like your elbow levels, like you're pushing forward, and straight bow playing, and make sure you incorporate those in your scale playing as well. I'm now going down from the top G. So next up is a practice for position changing, and I'm going to do it without the bow first. So I'm going to start with one finger on the A string, and I'm going to swing my elbow, my left elbow. So we warm up the muscles in our upper arm and shoulder, and that is going to help our position changing. Now I'm going to just sweep my finger up as high as I can, bringing your wrist round, so that your hand can go round the side of the violin here. Okay, so do that a couple of times with the help of your elbow, so you warm up your shoulder joint there. If that is too difficult for you, don't worry. Just see if you can then just move your elbow like this. If you haven't learned position changing, that's all completely fine. We're all working at our different levels, but if you have done your position changing, you might go all the way along. Okay. Now, next up is practicing our vibrato. And I'm going to go about halfway along the fingerboard, and I'm just going to play one finger at a time, just very slowly practicing this vibrato. If you haven't learned vibrato yet, don't worry about it. You might check out my video about vibrato learning. So you need to do that first before you can do this. And you gently warm up by playing very slowly, practicing your vibrato on all your fingers. If your finger wants to go in a spasm, you may want to go back to that video that I mentioned earlier as well, because you want to get your fingers rolling like that. Have a look. That's not so easy on the fourth finger. It doesn't matter if it slips a little bit because we're just warming up right now. Okay, and finally we'll warm up our fingers by practicing some trills. And I'm going to start on the first finger on A, and I'm going to go. And now I'm putting the second finger down, and I'm playing a trill with the third finger on D. And lastly, we're practicing 3 and 4. Okay, well done everyone. I hope that's helped you getting your fingers to go looser and your bow to be straight, and you just focus your attention on all these different techniques. Have fun practicing your own pieces. Do subscribe to the channel below so that we can continue to produce videos like this one.